If you're a tax professional and your pitch to clients is a big refund, you are doing the wrong thing. And it is costing you credibility, creating unrealistic expectations, and ultimately hurting the people you're supposed to be helping. This video is for the tax pros who want to operate at a higher level. Let's get into it. Somewhere along the way, the tax industry decided that a big refund is the goal. Clients brag about it. Preparers compete over it. Offices advertise it like it's the product they sell. But here's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. A refund is not a win. A refund means your client overpaid the government throughout the year and is now getting their own money back with zero interest. It was never the IRS doing them a favor. It was their money sitting in a government account all year doing nothing for them. The obsession with refunds has turned a compliance process into a performance, and that performance is misleading clients about what tax preparation actually is. Let's be very clear about what a tax return is and what it is not. A tax return is a financial report. It documents what happened during the year, what was earned, what was spent on business or deductible expenses, and what credits apply. From that report, a final tax result is calculated. That result lands in one of two places. If the client paid too much through withholding, they get a refund. If they didn't pay enough, they owe the difference. That's it. That is the entire mechanism. A refund is not a reward for good tax preparation. It is a mathematical result. It is a result based on how much was prepaid versus how much was actually owed. Your job has nothing to do with which direction that result lands. The final tax result is determined by exactly three things. Income, what the client earned across all sources during the year. Deductions, the expenses and elections that reduce the amount of income subject to tax. And credits, dollar for dollar reductions that come directly off the final tax bill. Those three variables produce the number. Your job is to make sure every deduction they are legally entitled to is claimed, every credit they qualify for is applied, every income item is reported accurately. When you do that, the number that comes out is the correct number. Not the biggest refund, the correct number. If they overpaid, it produces a refund. If they underpaid, it produces a balance due. Both outcomes can be the result of excellent tax work. When tax professionals chase or promise refunds, several things go wrong. First, it sets the wrong expectation. The client comes in expecting a specific outcome rather than an accurate one. When they owe, even if the work was perfect, they feel like something went wrong. Second, it creates pressure to manufacture results. A preparer may feel pressure to stretch deductions or misrepresent income. That is a compliance risk for the client and a liability risk for the preparer. Third, it cheapens the actual value of what you do. The value is in finding every legitimate deduction, applying every qualifying credit, structuring the return in the most tax-efficient way the law allows. Your job as a tax professional is not to promise a refund. Your job is to do three things. 1. Report accurately every income item, every deduction, every credit on the return correctly, completely. 2. Claim everything legally allowed, not just the obvious ones. Every business expense, every election that reduces their burden within the boundaries of the law. 3. Reduce the tax as much as the law permits. Work the return to its optimal result within the rules, not beyond them, within them. If you did those three things, you did your job, even if the client owes, even if there's no refund. Your obligation is to the accuracy and completeness of the return, not to the emotional outcome the client was hoping for. The best tax professionals I have seen are not the ones who promise the biggest refunds. They are the ones who understand the client's full financial picture. They ask the right questions. They find the deductions the client didn't know to mention. They explain what the number means and why it is what it is. That is the work. That is the standard. And when you operate at that level, the client doesn't need a big refund to feel like they got their money's worth. The line that should define your practice: refunds are just the outcome. Compliance and accuracy are the mission. If you built your practice around that truth, you would not only operate at a higher ethical standard, you would attract better clients and build a reputation that lasts. At Prosperium Tax and Advisory, this is exactly how we operate. If you are a tax professional who wants to elevate your practice, reach out to us. Or if you are a client looking for a team that prioritizes accuracy and strategy over promises, reach out to us through the link below.